Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, my question is, how much of a difference is there really when you compare Micro OLED and QLED local dimming of the Crystal Super in practice? And I've never really done a back-to-back test like this before, an A/B comparison. So we are currently flying in the Just Flight Tomahawk over London City just before complete nightfall. And of course we're going to start in the MEGANEX, which has a Micro OLED screen. Now there's no doubt about it, it's obvious that Micro OLED is going to look better, but what I want to know is, how much better? Is there enough of a difference to really make this feel very, very lifelike compared to the local dimming that we now have in the Crystal Super? Now apologies, I know I look ridiculous on the camera. I'm using a lead which isn't the correct one in order to get audio. Now I've got a L-shape adapter coming, which will be here any moment from Amazon, but for the time being I look like I've got a mustache, so sorry about that, but whatever. So here the scene is absolutely epic, and Micro OLED for me is the only way to go and is my daily driver preference. The MEGANEX is my daily driver, okay, and it's the headset I always go to now when I'm flying for myself. Let's now put the lights completely down so we've got a total pitch black scene here. So the difference here is the fact that even though we've got loads of city lights, they're still popping out at me really, really clear, and they're very bright. Look at that. Wow. I'm not even sure if that's supposed to be lit up in green, but in any case, it's a great, vivid, almost cyberpunk-esque landscape to really assess what it's like. And this feels incredibly immersive, and the only way really to enjoy night flying. Look at that, wow. And the interesting thing here is that even though technically the Crystal Super is brighter than this, in some ways, weirdly, in a dark scene like this, the contrast between the black, real dark colours and the bright lights of the city are a lot more dramatic. Incredible. This is really the absolute future for VR. I am convinced of it. Something else that's surprising me here is that I'm not getting any glare from these lenses, and the MEGANEX does have glare, but you'd think I'd be getting it right now, but I'm not getting any glare. That's not to say it's not there at all in different types of scenarios, but in this scene right now I'm not getting any glare, and that's one of the things that I really hate, or did hate, about the Big Screen Beyond version 1, and in some cases the Beyond 2 has it worse than the MEGANEX. I can totally enjoy flying at night in the MEGANEX, and it's the first time I've ever experienced this. However, I have not tried doing this properly in the Crystal Super with the latest firmware, and I'm going to do that in a minute. The obvious winner is going to be this headset for a comparison like this. I know that already. But the question I want to answer is, how much of a difference? Is it really that much of a difference that you would choose this over the Super? Especially for night flying. Oh, this is just so good. But you know all that already. I mean, this is insanely good. Anyway, let's now jump over to the Crystal Super, same scenario, and see how that feels. I'll see you in a moment. Right then folks, let's do this. This is something I haven't done before. Oh wow, okay, so the first thing that jumps out at me immediately with this headset is the field of view is so much better in this thing. Oh wow. Yeah, that's a wow factor moment. And the clarity is as good as well. They're both as good as each other really. because, I mean, you're talking of crazy high resolution. Sorry if the microphone doesn't sound as good. You know, that's the Crystal Super, which actually doesn't sound terrible, but, you know, back-to-back test between this and the MEGANEX, it's going to sound a bit crap. So, yeah, this scene, now I'll be honest here, folks, as I always am, it doesn't compare against the MEGANEX, but I will say that if you didn't have both headsets, you wouldn't really know any difference. It's far better than normal LCD without any local dimming, and I can see how it is definitely still a believable scene. It still feels very dark, but it's just you've still got that bit of greyness that is inherent with LCD screens at night time, but it's nowhere near as bad as something like, you know, a Riva G2 or Quest. One thing I have noticed straight away though, folks, and that's the stereo overlap. That's really weird. When you go straight from the MEGANEX into this, you kind of feel like you do notice that lack of binocular overlap, which is actually very good in this. It's 103 degrees, but there is other advantages to the Crystal Super, such as, well, tons, like eye tracking, for example. I'm using it right now, DFR, so I'm getting really nice performance. The brightness of this is way better, and of course the field of view. It's surprisingly comfortable as well, even though I know I've just changed headsets. It feels a bit strange having something larger on my head. It is still very, very comfortable. I can wear this 3 hours, no problems at all. And I guess also, this has more ventilation than the MEGANEX because there's more room for my eyes and my face to breathe in the headset, and I can feel a little fan as well, which is very nice. Yeah, this is absolutely surprised me that even though the MEGANEX obviously wins, but yeah, this is okay, this is good. And I think if black levels are not on the highest of your priority list, this is good enough. And I don't just mean adequate, I mean this is actually very, very good. And the more my eyes are adjusting to it, this does feel like nighttime. You know, if anything, I'm torturing myself by knowing the difference between the two based on the A-B comparison straight after each other. But if I just picked this up now and went for a night flight, this would be completely fine. I wouldn't think to myself, oh, this looks really like the black levels are crap, you know, not very good. They are good enough. In terms of blooming, well, actually, I'm not getting any blooming right now, but I think that's because I'm over a very, you know, busy cityscape. In fact, what I'll do is I'll change it back to how I had it before with the MEGANEX, which is about there. Now this is where the Super starts to win back some points, even in a situation like this, because that sunset and the colours, they're popping out a lot more in this because of the brighter panel. So even though there is trade-offs, this is very, very impressive. Very, very impressive indeed. But make no mistake, as you know, it's going to be obvious in terms of the conclusion, the MEGANEX with the Micro OLED panel is by far the better experience when it comes to this kind of thing. I do feel that the Super actually makes a strong case for itself when you consider all the other aspects that this does better. Wider field of view, better brightness, out of the box integrated audio, Pimax XR, eye tracking for dynamic foveated rendering. Yeah, this looks good, and I must say that, yeah, there's no mirror at all. I can't see any mirror in a situation like this. I mean, it's only when it's really bright that you see a little bit of it, only if you look for it. So there you are, folks. I thought that would just be an interesting test. I know that, you know, you can't see what I see, but hopefully I can describe it in a way that makes it, you know, easy to understand. And yes, the MEGANEX, the Micro OLED panels in that are the best I've ever seen, but this is a very close second, and this is a better all-rounder as well. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye for now.